How's it going, everyone? I'm CyberCherry, and welcome to the first episode of my survival Minecraft Let's Play. Now, you might be thinking, Cherry, you're crazy getting into a Let's Play. Isn't the market saturated? Yes, it is. Let's see if I can resuscitate Let's Plays with my special brand of CPR. That's Cherry Pepper Relish, if you're unfamiliar. A very hyped but delicious condiment. We're starting out fresh today, so stick with me as we grind and thrive our way to an absolute gem of a seaside starter house. With wood in hand, we can craft some simple tools and move right into the Stone Age. Oh, let's go. We got some coal right off the bat. I'm not used to the struggles of the early game. It's just so dang slow. The faster we get to building, the better. Speaking of the time, is it getting dark already? I can't even see the sun anymore. I'm not a speedrunner, that's for dang sure. I've hardly accomplished anything today. Shoot. I'm gonna need some more wood. Absolutely not prepared. Quick boat. Little X1 just in case. And pick up the crafting bench again. It's funny how you really can't leave without it. I really want to go and loot that shipwreck. It's going to be like an episode of Outer Banks, except without all the drama. And yeah, we're skipping right to the end. The treasure, baby. Let's go. I'm not seeing any drowned right now. Could be kind of dangerous, but we're risking it for the biscuit. Let's get this done. Hopefully we can avoid drowning before the first night is over. Quickly shuffle things into the inventory. I'll take all of that. I forget just how slow you are without Depth Strider. Got some leather armor here. Blast protection 4. Let's go. That'll help with creepers. Usually there's another chest though. I see it in there right now. Let's go snag that real quick. Got some paper. That can never hurt. Buried treasure map. We'll have to fetch it. Oh, geez. We'll have to get the buried treasure later. Good thing this guy doesn't have a trident. Let's get a move on. Hopefully we can find a village along the coast here. A little bit of bed action. Sleep the night away. Oh! I spoke too soon. We're dead. We're dead. Come on, come on, come on. Half a heart. Oh, jeez. Are we out of the range? Let's go. Get in. Holy crap, dude. We survived by the skin of our teeth. Definitely would have died without the armor and the extra boat. We got to get a move on. Morning is right around the corner. Look at that, we found ourselves a village. To be honest, it doesn't look like the best one, but it'll do for now. Thank goodness. The grind starts in the morning. Rise and shine, folks. I've already been out to the local market to borrow some wheat from the villagers, or tactically acquire, whichever one you prefer. Got some torches going. Let's get into this ravine and grab some of our first traces of iron. Lots of copper. I think we'll hold out on that. If they switched out copper for iron, I wouldn't be unhappy. Definitely entering the danger zone. Need to keep my eyes peeled. Hey, buddy. How you doing? What you doing? Where you going? Come at me. Oh, gee. No problem. Carry on. Let's grab this little bit of iron here. Craft up some picks and get to digging down. We've got our first cave. Torches on the left, so they're on the right for the return. Oh, hey buddy. Get wrecked. It's just too easy. This place is turning into a maze real quick. I hear a skeleton. If we're lucky, it'll be a dungeon. We can make a farm out of it. Hello? Hello? Oh! torches. Let's get back. Where's it at? I can't find it. Oh no. Let's quick build. Let's do it. Got it. He's stuck. Oh, no. It's over. There we have it, folks. The first death. Oh, I wish I could say it wasn't the first of many. I got into a terrible death loop here. Definitely embarrassing. Struggling to survive here. But we do finally get our stuff back, even if it is a little cowardly. Like to say I'm good under pressure, but as you can see, definitely not. At least we ripped that band-aid off together. It was bound to happen eventually. Breaking news, folks. I think we got our revenge in sight. I'm at least 90% sure we've got a skeleton spawner somewhere around here. Let's go. This is a massive find. Nothing good in here, unfortunately. The real treasure here is going to be all the XP and bone meal. Now that I got my confidence up, I say it's high time we go a little bit deeper and start getting into that deep slate. Find some blue shiny. Oh ho ho. What do we have here? We didn't have to go far at all. Let's go, dude. It's nice when you don't have to work for stuff. Let's keep this ball rolling. Back above sea level. Hardcore amateur. Getting it done. I'm feeling good. It's time we do some horsing. Really can't beat it at the beginning of the game. Really the superior mode of travel. I'm not sure where I got the saddle, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. Look at this beauty. Definitely got to try more than one out on the lot. You know what I'm saying? This one seems like good stock. Look at the speed on this guy. Loud clops. It's got to be fast. Holy crap. Let's go. This is it. No need to try any others. This is definitely the one. I think we'll call him Woodford. Yep. Sorry, bud. We're going to have to put you in a dirt hole for now. I swear that we'll get you a nice home eventually. Promise. Don't look at me like that. Stay right there, Woodford. Good boy. Now that we're responsible for someone, our buddy Woodford, it's time we get some basic infrastructure in place. The main farm, of course, is wheat, since I'm going to be building with packed mud for the first time today. Lots of firsts for today. If we can get a roof over Woodford's head, I'm going to count today as a win. On the side, we welcome some cows and sheep into our new pen so we can start breeding. We also snagged some terracotta and clay from where we started our journey today. At this point, I have to finally bite the bullet and try to find a mango swamp. The mangrove wood and mud are going to be key to our starter house. On the way, we collected a bunch of new blocks, including the saplings for all the tree variants. Naturally, we grabbed the 2 types of mushrooms in the dark forest. I'll tell you, the mushroom stem block is one of the best textures to build with. We also found a lot of shipwrecks along the way. This specific one didn't have a buried treasure map, but I've collected a lot already. I'm thinking after the 1.20 update, we'll have a quick montage of all the finds. Is that what I think it is? Dude, 3,000 blocks later, I was starting to give up hope that we'd ever find one along the coast here. Can you imagine if this archway wasn't here? Or if my render distance wasn't set far enough, I would have rode right past it. Finally, we have some mangrove wood to bring back home. Do I keep saying mango? Mangrove. Mangrove. This stuff is such a pain in the butt to collect. I mean, just look at it. Would you just look at it? It's like a cross between a tree and a flying squid. I'll tell you what though, it's going to be well worth the grind. This stuff is absolutely beautiful. We're also going to fill our pockets with mud before we leave. I know you can convert dirt into mud with a fairly simple machine, but that'll have to wait for another day. This is of course our first build. Jeez. Such a satisfying block breaking sound, I have to say. With the chest boat finally loaded down, let's get the heck out of here. I don't think we'll be coming back until after our first set of wings, or at least until we can carry more than just one inventory load of materials. Anyway, I think I hear Woodford calling from over the horizon. We're coming, buddy. Let's engage super speed roification to get back quick. While we're traveling, thanks for spending your time with me. Been playing for over 10 years now, and I've finally built up the courage and the know-how to make a video happen. With that being said, if you ever have any ideas for improvement, or better yet, a build, let me know. 15 minutes later and we're just about home. With resources finally in hand, let's get activated. We're starting off this build with 2 offset rectangles for a bit of interest. With this new chapter, a different block palette is definitely going to be needed. You'll have to let me know what you think. We have lots of earth tones capped with the warmer terracotta and darker mangrove, and here I opted for the tall vertical windows to accentuate the height of the build. Moving on to the roof, I decided to go with a deep slate mix. It's always good to have some kind of gradient, even if it's just 2 blocks. During the build, it took about 2 hours, and I was definitely missing the feather falling boots the whole time. Scaffolding definitely helps some, but to be honest, I've never been impressed with the functionality of the block. In the future, you'll probably see me rage about it. One of my favorite parts of this build is the tower at the intersection of the 2 rectangles. I took a lot of inspiration from the seaside houses that have the ocean overlooks. I guess they call them whale watches. I could be wrong though. Whatever you call it, it's a good focal point for our build. Woodford finally gets us home on the flank of the building. He definitely will not be joining me inside. You never know where his hoofs have been. These porches wrap all the way around the building and will provide a nice area to hang out, relax, and maybe even grill up a couple steaks. Lastly, I'll toss in the windows to keep the creepers out and tack on some final details. Welcome back, everyone. I just returned from my much needed walk with the dog. A victory lap through the neighborhood after completing our first time lapse. I know you saw a lot of it from the air already, but here's the ground tour. Somehow we've forgotten to put the door on here. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Perfect. So now that we're up close and personal, I'll show you a couple details here. You can see we got a nice gradient from the stone all the way up to the colored terracotta. And one of my main things I tried to do is pick out certain little brick areas where it looks like larger bricks, if that makes sense. Just kind of breaks it up every once in a while. I should probably go fetch Woodford instead of just talking about it. Sorry, buddy. Welcome home. He looks happy already. Back to the tour. If you take a step back here with me, it looks like we're missing something. The build isn't part of the surrounding area. It's just kind of floating on top of it. To remedy this, let's pop in a tree. That's perfect. A nice mid-sized specimen. Would you just look at it? A slightly crooked trunk for some interest, and lanterns for a bit of lighting. Since you just can't have one, we're gonna pop in 2 more trees. It's like the old Lay's commercial. Adding in custom trees is a must. I try to get mine to have different layers like nature normally does it. If you try to make your own, be sure to leave plenty of air blocks in between the leaves. This will maintain the light feel of it, but it'll also save you in the leaf collection. 20 stacks of leaves here in total. Last addition today, let's 360 in the final landscape. Would you look at that? Too easy. We've got the addition of textured paths and a nice boulder. Wow, that's a nice boulder. If you look here, it's kind of sunk into the ground. I've got the same treatment to the tree. Just some areas where the water might have eroded some of the soil away. Whoa, I didn't notice that. How the heck did he spawn in there with the lanterns? Woodford, what did I tell you about having guests over? He's got no respect for the rules at all. Finished up the flooring for his area. This wraps all the way around to the front with some leaves climbing up the side of the building. You don't know what you're doing for decoration? You can't go wrong, just toss some leaves at it. Over to the wheat field, the retaining wall adds a lot of much needed structure. It's kind of weird how it just ends over here, but I wanted to leave room for future builds. I've got a good vision for the surrounding area, but it's gonna have to wait. Let me jump into free cam a sec and give you a better vantage point, filling out this corner nicely. It's good to put in little points of interest every once in a while. Another spot where water has kind of eroded down to the stone. Might as well check out the inside a sec. I don't think you've seen it yet. Not a lot done in here yet, but a good start for sure. Wanted a warmer feel to the inside? Actually, this isn't gonna work for episode 1. We gotta pull out all the stops. Let's try this again. Aha. This is much better. As you can see, it's not much of a starter house. It's more of a starter bakery, actually. So out here we have an area for the patrons to come visit. We got some cakes and bread for them to partake in. Our first piece of moss, kind of like a wedge salad. I'm not a fan of the wedge salad, but you know what? We got it here anyways. And then of course, one of the most important parts of the build, the storage system. Definitely very simple to start out, but it'll work. We head through the old hallway here. The main bedroom is upstairs, and wow, this mangrove wood looks really good with the red beds. It just works out perfectly. We got a nice desk set up here with our keyboard and mouse, where we do all our video editing. Got a nice hutch, I think that's what you call it, with some simple storage of our expensive resources. Obviously, we don't have very much at this point, but we'll get there. And then most importantly, we have our first wooden pickaxe. I'm a little sentimental, and our first diamond. On our way out here, you can see the ladder that goes up to the tower. And then as we travel downstairs, if you haven't seen it before, we have a nice area. Oh, gotta sleep. We have a nice window where we can pass our baked goods through the window. And you can see our bakery in the back here, disconnected from the main building. Probably helps with safety standards, you know what I'm saying? Nice area where we can take a look at some of our resources, grab some cobblestone and put it right in the furnaces, go back and forth nice and easy. Close that up. A lot of functionality here to the build, which is really key to me. If you don't have functionality, then you aren't actually going to use your build. It's just going to look nice. Anyway, folks, I'm really proud of the progress we've made today, but a lot more to come for sure. If you're interested, please like and subscribe. I deeply appreciate it. I'm CyberCherry, and I'll see you next time for more detailed builds.